But so what are we going to do tonight? We're going to study some Rogerian truth. So yeah, Rogers did a lot. I've saw YouTube videos where we're talking to clients and just doing a lot of good stuff. You know, he's a fun MF, Carl Rogers, and so talking like in conferences about psychotherapy and listening primarily. I like Rogers. And then contrast the first one. I've been doing. Let me see. So my question is, what is Rogerian truth? So he's got the person-centered therapy, which means, it's almost like the customer's always right theory of psyche. But, so this is from regain.us, advice therapist, Rogerian therapy, person-centered therapy techniques now that can improve your relationship. Updated June 2nd, 2021. Medically reviewed by Nicole Gaines, LPC. Licensed practitioner? Psychotherapy. Well, let's find out LPC. Counseling stands for licensed professional counselor. As professional counselors, you're licensed to work as mental health professionals. Okay, then. Yeah, so we'll go back. So I use calmly. So Rogers thought a lot about listening. So we go in knowing TET. Psychotherapy often focuses on a person's problems and addresses the issues they wish to overcome. There are, however, some different approaches to helping a person improve certain aspects of their life within a therapeutic setting. Rogerian therapy focuses on the person and their capacity to improve and conquer their obstacles by emphasizing positive traits and abilities. This is also known as client-centered therapy or person-centered therapy. So he gives them courage, right, to do what needed, or self-esteem needs. Maslow has his hierarchy of needs, and we're just going to go into psychotherapy now. So Maslow, right? Individuation, esteem needs, starting from most fundamental up. Okay, so food, water, clothing, shelter. Clothing's a big one, right? Because that underlies your your relationships, but it all works as one, right? So you have water, food, shelter, clothing, and then is there 4? And then love needs, esteem needs, and individuation. Jung would have it as that, but I think it was Maslow referred to it as ideals. So we'll just call it individuation for now until I look it up. Maslow's hierarchy. So I'm going to say it was 4, right? No, it wasn't. Self-actualization was what Maslow referred to. Achieving one's full potential, including creative activities. Esteem needs, prestige, and feeling of accomplishment. Right? Belongingness and love needs, intimate relationships, friends. Now, I got from Nathaniel Brandon, the clinical psychotherapist and prolific libertarian and writer, that the esteem needs are actually more fundamental than belongingness and love needs. And then safety needs, security, safety, physiological needs, food, water, warmth, rest. So, puts these as basic needs, which are physiological, food, water, warmth, rest, safety, and then he diverts, or distinctly psychological are your esteem needs and your belongingness needs, and if I'm talking, it's about esteem needs is more fundamental than belongingness and love. And if Maslow's talking, if I'm referring to Maslow, I'm going to put belongingness and love needs first and esteem needs second, but I don't think that's the right conceptualization, but who cares? And then self-actualization, achieving one's full potential, including creative activities. So where was that going? See if me going here affect my memory. So he's addressing esteem needs, and reinvigorating or re-encouraging them to apply that idea into their day-to-day experiences, because you need to know you're good at stuff and with stuff. You can work your way around stuff. So, Rogerian client-centered therapy, psychology, definition, and origins. When it comes to client-centered therapy, the definition states that therapy focuses primarily upon the client. This method is as straightforward as the name implies. While traditional therapy methods view the therapeutic process as a way of improving, modifying, preventing, or fully abolishing certain thoughts and behaviors as a way of treating a person's mental illness, mental health concerns, or problems in their lives. Rogers, however, takes a different view when it comes to working with a patient. But it says Rogerian therapy, but it's Rogers for all intents, my intents and purposes. Because you have to assign it to it. I assign it to the theoretician, but Rogerian therapy is Rogers, as far as I'm concerned. Concerning his self-actualization, he actualized himself into theory, into a theoretical proposition, which is the person. Okay, Rogerian therapy instead emphasizes a person's potential as an individual, focuses on encouraging personal growth, with the goals of self-realization and healing without interference by the mental health professional. Right. So you're going in there as a client to get better, and not to abolish things. Rather than the therapist or counselor guiding the patient's session, such as in more traditional variations of therapy, they instead allow the individual seeking help to direct the flow of their sessions and support them along the way as they come to their conclusions. So you're stronger when you leave. The patient is responsible for taking out their concerns and coming to their resolutions for their issues. The therapist helps them further understand certain aspects without fully interfering or intervening in any way. Carl Rogers, the creator of Rogerian therapy, was a man that believed a one-size-fits-all approach to therapy would not simply fit for all individuals that would be seeking out help with mental health professionals. So you want to strengthen yourself when you go in there. And as a Rogerian therapist, you kind of want to lift them, throw them up in the air like a kid, right? So that encouragement aspect. He believed that all of a person's troubles stemmed mainly from their perception of their events. Therefore, encouraging the individual themselves was the best method of making psychological improvements and progress, rather than relying on the more typical views of therapy revolving around concepts of behaviorism and psychoanalysis. Though psychoanalysis is pretty good. It's very mindful, getting above the analysis is the ultimate goal. Rogers placed a lot of emphasis on a person's capacity to self-heal or strive for personal growth. Therefore, he claimed that the best expert for anyone seeking psychological help was the individual themselves. Be good. Pretty good. So, yeah. Here, one of those. So we got a piece of Rogers. And it's good. Because Rogers was fun. One of the most important aspects of Rogers' theory in regard to a person being the best suited to fix themselves was the idea of their self-concept. Right. If you can evaluate it, you should come to grapple with your state of affairs and yourself. This states that we all have certain perceptions about ourselves, and these self-views impact how we interact with the world and handle things. Someone who views themselves as weak or victims of their circumstances may be far more likely to be affected negatively and not fight back against something unpleasant to them. It says to them, but I think it means to them, not fight back against something unpleasant to them. A person who views himself as strong and independent is likely going to go through life events with more confidence and feel like they can tackle the world. Okay, so stop there, because I'm feeling spicy. Is there one more thing? Yeah, subscribe. Do some fun stuff with that notification bell. Give it to the notification bell. Hard. For me. Please. I'm going to be researching more. So I'll get on with you guys when I do more of that, and maybe do like an online, once I get more back in the flow of things, I'll do a study session. Love. So yeah, we're working with the house this week, getting it all fixed up, because someone's moving out. I don't know if it's me or who else, but we're working through some stuff, and guiding our path. I wish you all well, and that you're doing fun and well, and just like engaging with your own theories, and come up with it. Share it in the comments, whatever you think about this jig here with the Rogerian guys and all that. Yeah, have a good night. Live, y'all. So yeah, Rogers did a lot. I've saw YouTube videos where we're talking to clients and just doing a lot of good stuff. You know, he's a fun MF, Carl Rogers, and so talking like in conferences about psychotherapy and listening. Primarily, I like Rogers. I really like Rogers. It brings me great joy to study. He's the best. Carl R. Rogers, Ransom Rogers, was an American psychologist, among the founders of the humanistic approach in psychology. So, humanism in psychology, which might be a daft way of putting it. Like, is it like humanism? Yeah, Maslow is part of the humanists, and such, and they're good people, not Christians, but it is Christian in a lot of like ways, a lot of fundamental ways, like the impression that the individual is of the most worth in a psychotherapy session is wildly underrated, like wildly beautiful in MO. I love it. I love it fucking to the depths of my being, my mind. Well, the depths of my being is, weird place. But he profoundly has an impact in the deep. He, plunges a knife and brings up the bad guys and say, be nice to fucking peoples. So I love Rogers a lot. Yeah, let's work on shit, guys. I want to be a psychotherapist some days, so I'm gonna be working towards that, and y'all will like it. Because I'll come up with my own psychotherapeutic approach, but run on Carl Rogers a lot. Him, Maslow is pretty fucking good, pretty fucking beautiful, and incredible. art therapy will play a huge role. I think. He did some art for himself, at least. I don't know if any of it's worth, any of it's on, what's the word, exposition, whether it's exposition, exposing thing, exposition, exposing thing. That's my new definition of exposition. It's my new definition of exposition. We're on a mission, fishing for a mission. We're here, we're going bye-bye, we're going sky high, motherfuckers. I'm shooting bars, making my way to the stars, doing Al Capone on Mars, dreaming of the roars, the Lars Ulrich, giving you the full Rick Sticky stick. McDonald's burger. What rhymes with burger? Murder doesn't rhyme with burger because the G and the D. Goddamn, motherfucker. You're smart as fuck. I know. I'm a duck. Bewitching and on the hunt, motherfucker. What? I don't know. My butt. Okay. I'm gonna be off. Bye.